Persona Revelations on the PlayStation Classic. Let me show you something. This is kind of bizarre. Let's start. No. Let's start from the existing resume point. We'll start from the beginning. We'll not start from the beginning. We'll start from where player control is initiated. Before we do that, I want to show you this bit right here that I saved. This is an auto battle mode, by the way. So there's a lot of automatic player action selection being chosen by the computer, because this is an auto battle option that I chose here. So this is kind of nuts, but eventually the game will proceed. Give it a second. I think it's a bunch of dice rolls at this point anyway. Remember, I'm not doing anything, this is just auto battling. Don't worry, the game will eventually settle on a solution to this problem in just a moment. So as I said, this is Persona Revelations on the PlayStation Classic, a game that I actually purchased back in the early 2000s, I want to say, when I got my PS1. I want to say I got it for like $20. Hey, he finally ran away. What do you know? I want to say I bought it for about $20, and of course the game's worth like $100 now. I sold that game a while ago, and it was worth maybe $50 or $60, I want to say. I don't even remember anymore. But it was a game that I didn't keep because I wasn't playing it, frankly. And I was too busy playing other games at the time. So it's one of those games that I've played from the beginning, like maybe 6 or 7 times, but I haven't actually made it more than a couple of hours into it. I guess because I never really committed to it either. Maybe that's the problem. I just want to set you up with this tiny little bit of combat and exploration, because this game has a very slow wind-up. So I'll give you a little taste of what we're going to get later in the game, and about an hour into it, I'm giving you a taste of what's available early on. But then we'll go back and do the flashback. I guess we'll do flash forwards, I don't know. As I go back to my original game save, and I'll show you basically how I'm doing this here. First-person Dungeoneer, remember that? This used to be a thing back in the day. It's L2 for the map. So the game auto maps, you're able to see where you've already traveled. But if you want to see the rest, you're going to have to look at this mini-map right here on the main screen and eventually explore a bit. There are blind random encounters here in these dungeons, so keep that in mind. R2 is for analyzing. I don't know what analyzing means. I think it's like a monster log. So all the enemies you fought, you're able to see what their stats are, what their weaknesses are, things like that. For people who might be familiar with this series, this is a Shin Megami Tensei game. I don't think it's the first. I want to say there were a bunch of these on the Super Famicom and on the Saturn, I believe, back in the day. But this RPG series, I think, has gotten more popular as it's gotten more exposure in the West, which is kind of interesting, because I think it tends to be... I want to say it's one of those series that has always been available in the West, but it never really gained traction, I want to say, until after Pokemon hit it. Even then, way after Pokemon. I want to say this game came out in the mid-90s in America. The Shin Megami Tensei games didn't really take off until maybe Persona 4, I want to say. I'm not sure exactly. I'll double check. But I think word got out that, yeah, the Shin Megami Tensei games were Pokemon. So people started playing some of those games. I think by the time Persona 4 came out, they kind of had a nice little fan base built. And by the time Persona 5 came out, obviously, Persona 5 is already out. The series became a bit more mainstream than it had been, as opposed to this game, which is almost impossible to find. And frankly, it's arguably not very accessible at all. It was pretty hardcore even when it came out in this country, because it's such a non-traditional JRPG. It's not about wandering back and forth and pressing the fight button every 5 minutes. It's supposed to be a game that's about more storytelling, more social RPG elements where you interact with characters in your party, even during combat. There are bits in this game, I think, where you can tell your ghost spirit persona things to communicate with monsters so that they'll run away. Kind of like in Dragon Quest. There's a gambling system that you use to level up your persona, which I'll explain a bit later. So this game had a lot going on, a lot more going on than your average RPG at the time. So it could have made an impression, but I would argue that it it was never really going to be a mainstream success, given all the bizarre elements that are in this game, and of course the lack of hand-holding didn't help either. So in a lot of ways, it was a JRPG for people who were more experimental than your average RPG fan. But back then, there were a lot of RPGs, I want to say, that were coming out of Japan that were pretty experimental. And on the PlayStation 1, you were getting more of a market for them than you would have on the Super NES. Because I want to say this was after the success of Final Fantasy VII, I think a few more developers were saying, hey, maybe people want to play these turn-based role-playing games. So we started seeing more games like this in the PS1, definitely. But I was under the, if I'm not mistaken, the Super NES had a few oddballs. Lufia 2 comes to mind. What are the other big ones? Well, Breath of Fire 2 is pretty traditional, I want to say. Ogre Battle was pretty non-traditional. I would say it's pretty non-traditional in that you couldn't even control the combat. It was all automatic, basically. Well, general. It was not that. It wasn't completely automated. I can't escape, so I just have to fight them. I go to auto mode. So I'll talk while the game proceeds. I'm not gonna control the combat here. I just want you to get a taste of it. What were the other Super NES games I was thinking of? I wouldn't include Illusion of Gaia. That was supposed to be a more traditional action RPG. I'll check. Chaos Sea never came out in this country. That was pretty bizarre. Earthbound didn't come out in this country. Obviously, at least not in America. I think it came out in Europe. Oh, so we never got Earthbound. I'll probably play a tiny bit of that on the Super NES Classic again, but I couldn't really stay. I played it for about an hour and couldn't really stick with it. It seemed way too slow, and I couldn't really put up with it. Okay, we're having problems here. This combat is not going as well as I would have liked. And we got attacked from behind, so that's not cool. We're not attacking, we're constantly defending. Well, Yuki's close enough. I might have to change the formation. I'll show you the formation stuff later. Let's see. We're just defending again. I might need to take control of this combat. Oh, it blew up. But Yuki got most of the attacks in, so I guess that's why she got most of the experience. So apparently you only really get experience in this game if you actually participate in combat. You can't just hang back the entire time. Which I kind of appreciate. So again, I might just have to reload my game save, but that's fine. L1. Well, I should mention a couple of other things. You can press L1 and R1 to strafe in these dungeons. Again, bizarre because it's not a first-person shooter. Well, I made it out apparently. No, I didn't make it out. Ow! I have to actually turn towards the door to go through it. Oh well. You can walk forward and backward, but you can't go through doors unless you actually press up. And this is bizarre too. When you press up on the D-pad, you're always facing up and to the left. You press left to turn to walk in that direction, right to walk in that direction, down to walk in that direction, down and to the right. It takes a lot of getting used to, but thankfully this game isn't real time. Let's talk to our boys and our one female companion here. Let's just say they don't. Yeah, his butler died. We'll get to that later. Spoiler alert. Can I see? Yeah, I can see the dungeon. So we're on the 3rd floor. I don't know how to get the heck out of here. So I guess we'll have to come back, which is fine, I guess. So we could go down, but there's got to be another way down. I don't know what it is. Yeah, we seem to be stuck in a maze here. Okay. How do we end the game? That might be good to know. Can I press the circle button? Let's see. Magic system. Config. Map setup. Okay, so it's either a fixed mini-map, I want to say, or a free map. I'll see what that's about later. You can turn the sound off, which is bizarre. Let's see. Commands in 3D mode. Again, the dungeon crawling mode that you saw earlier, the first-person dungeon crawling mode. Command window. Oh, didn't know there was a command window, actually. Main, X, areas, the circles, okay. Left slide, right slide, auto map, devil analyze. Again, those are the enemies. In 2D mode, like when we're walking around here, command win, primary, okay. Angle change. That's weird. Let me see what that's about. That's somewhat weird. Let me check on something. You can't slide here. It's ridiculous. I have no idea what they're even talking about anymore. Stupid control scheme. Nothing. Okay. That's the monster system, configuration, map. Well, the map's always available, so why is it even here on this screen? Magic, system, form, status. I don't know. Okay, that's not terribly useful. Let me go out here. So we're stuck here. Square. That's the name of the area. So at least that tells us what floor we're on. Doesn't do anything. Circle, triangle button doesn't do anything either. So let me talk to that dude. I'm gonna have to reload my game save. This is actually kind of absurd. Whoops, went the wrong way. At least the load times are reasonable. Could you imagine playing this on a CD-ROM? I guess I should also mention, this game is notorious. The localization of this game was notorious for dropping one of the side quests. I think it was the Snow Queen quest in the North American version, and I believe they also changed the, what do you call it? They also changed the encounter rate. I want to say. I want to say it's less. I don't know if it's more likely to get into fights or less likely to get into fights. But apparently they changed it in a way where it made leveling up sort of a thing, because it made, I don't remember if you encounter too many enemies, it might make leveling up too hard. But if they reduced the encounter rate, they probably made leveling up take too long. I'm not sure how that works, but it probably affected the pacing a bit. I'll double check, because I remember I was on Usenet back in the day, and they were making a big fuss about that. I'm kind of curious how that turned out. If I get into another fight, I'm going to have to stop this. So, we probably are going to get saved. Okay, we'll stop this. Give me a second here. We're going to go back to the beginning. I just wanted to... Yes, the character's name is T'Challa, because duh, right? Black Panther. So we'll start from the beginning. Not the beginning, but we'll go to a game save. The first, 15 or so minutes, I want to say, are completely out of the player's control. I mean, you press a button to advance the dialogue screens, but there's several minutes of unskippable dialogue. It's not as bad as Persona 5, where you basically just didn't do anything for like the first 3 hours of the game at least. I have videos of that on my channel. You see how much time you spend just sitting through the story and not actually doing any exploring. You're just walking back and forth between story beats, but you're not making any decisions, really. So, that's going to be another thing. Load up. Okay, so we have 2 game saves. I'll show you where I saved my game in a second. Level 1, and that's the first game save. This is basically a ground zero save. After 6 minutes of skipping the cutscenes, I managed to go to this first game save. And here is the game save that I made inside the hospital. So we'll go in between these 2 points and end the video. So we'll load this game save first. So again, after the first unskippable text reading sequence, we wind up here inside the hospital, inside the medical center of this particular school. I should mention this. Where was my save point? You have to talk to plants to save your game. In fact, I'll let Dr. Beverly explain this. I apparently did. Remember, this game did not come with a manual. This PlayStation Classic that I'm playing on did not come with a manual. And I was reading a Giant Bomb video. It's like, oh, this is how you save your game. I totally forgot. I don't even know. I mean, did I just completely space on that? That's how little this game made an impression on my... That's how little this game made an impression, but yeah, talk to the trees, you can save your game. That's the kind of game this is. Yeah, they want us to go to the hospital. Where's the hospital? Yeah, it's pretty darn far from here. It's toward the northeast part of town. Just look at the map, see how to get there. Well, we'll get there eventually if we walk around. Well, how do we get... Well, in order to get to the map, we have to leave this building. How do you do that? Wander around. We'll get there eventually. The game explained during the prologue that he's kind of bratty. We'll talk about that later. So let's go out into the dungeon. I probably should have gone to the map. But I couldn't see the map anyway, to be honest. L1 for the map. Well, so we know where the save stated. We know where the save game area is, and I think this is where we heal ourselves. So I guess that's worth noting. Okay, so how do we get out of here? Well, Mark said that we have to go northeast. So is that the way out? I don't know, but I just know from playing this game earlier that this is the way out. Or at least one of these places is the way. I think that's the entrance. You can wander around a bit if you want, but I want to say maybe there's something important there. I don't know. I'm not interested at this point. I just want to kind of get a feel for this game. I already have a ground zero save. I can do some exploring later if I have to. You guys are sloths. Don't worry, he'll warm up to us later. I think Yuki's the class president. I forget. All the students look up to her, apparently. Oh, yeah. Bruce Wayne here has a butler named Alfred. The music in this game is a mixed bag. There's some really good music in this game later on. You'll probably get a chance to hear, but a lot of this is just, filler stuff. I want to say this game has XA audio. I forget. I want to say it does. Which means it's not Redbook audio that you can just play on a regular CD player. It's extended audio that streams off the disc. It has a slightly lower sample rate. So if this game does use extended audio, then it has that slightly slower sample rate. I want to say it's 37 megahertz. No. CD-ROMs have a 44 kilohertz sample rate. So this is 37 kilohertz, if that's what's going on. And as I mentioned before in other videos, Ace Combat 2 does it. Castlevania Symphony of the Night does it. The sound quality is about as good as a CD. Not exactly as high, but it's reasonably good. So I'll continue with this. Like I said, music's not great. So let's get out of here. Where's the hospital? We're going to have to move the map to find out. See? There's the hospital up there. So again, the normal points I should mention. You can walk forward and backward. You can press L1 or R1 to slide to the left or right. So you have strafing in this game, which I think is amusing. You can only walk along the sidewalks. You can't walk in the street. You can only cross at crosswalks. So we'll see that in a bit. Yeah, right here. If there are cars approaching you, you can't cross the street. That's the mall. I guess we'll just go through the mall as a shortcut. We might have to go here later in the game. I forget. We might have to. It's just not important now. And it might be worth noting. You see that moon up there on the top of the screen on the left-hand side? See how it's constantly changing form eventually? Like it's at 5/8 of a moon now. Eventually it'll become a full moon, and even later it'll become a half moon. So I haven't been able to make sense of that mechanic, but the game will explain it later, obviously. But like I said, the game did not come with a manual, so I don't know what to tell you. By the way, we're going to the hospital. We're not going to the clinic. So if you go to this clinic, Mark will scream at you and saying, "I thought you don't want to go to the hospital at all, do you? Can't cross the street yet. There are cars in our way. I'm pressing up and I can't cross yet. Now I can cross." Again, it's an odd bit that I think is amusing. And perhaps somewhat worth noting is that you walk as fast as the cars, which I think is really, really amusing. Yeah, this is our overworld. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll stop here at the police station so we can meet Mark's folks. Actually, it's not. Yeah. Maybe I don't know if it's his parents, but they seem to know him. It doesn't necessarily mean he's seen the penitentiary, I guess. He could be like Miles Morales in Spider-Man. He could have a family member who works for the cops. Up here? Well, we are in Lunar Vale Northeast, but where is the map? That's not Lunar Vale Northeast. We have to go all the way over here. Just a second. So we'll make our way over here to the right. Going east. Can't cross here? Nope, can't cross here yet. Come on, hurry up. Can I go? Now I can go. Again, it's weird. If there's a car anywhere on screen, apparently, you aren't allowed to cross the street. It's weird. Is it meaningful later? I don't know, but it's a nice feature, I suppose. Check the map. See, it's over there. So let's keep following this street and then just go north. We'll be fine. Again, I just think it's weird that you're only allowed on the sidewalk. Such a weird restriction for a game like this. Like I said, this isn't your dad's Final Fantasy. This is a bit more rigid as far as role-playing games. Well, it's not as rigid in terms of, you know, what you can do in combat. It's a lot more bizarre in terms of how the mechanics work. It's non-traditional, I'll say that, which is one of the reasons why people liked it, because it didn't feel like a traditional Japanese RPG. If you grew up playing these things back in the 1990s, playing something like this on the PlayStation 1 felt like a change of pace. I mean, was it Nocturne came out on the PlayStation 2, I want to see. Yep, Nocturne came out on the PlayStation 2. Digital Devil Saga came out on the PlayStation. I played a bit of those, but I mean, I never really got deep into them because they seemed a bit too stale. I mean, if I could get them cheap, I would do them on this channel, but I sold those games a long time ago to get a PSP. I sold them a long time ago to get a Wii and a 360. So there are a bunch of games that I played and didn't really spend a bunch of time with, so they were worth more to me. They were worth more to me in store credit than they were just keeping them around the house. Yeah, let's talk to Mary. Yeah, that's right. He says in room 302, right? He said, I wasn't paying attention. Okay, let's just pretend that I didn't know what the room number was. I know we're going to the 3rd floor. Yeah. Yeah, we already went to the police station. It's a nice bit, you know. The characters are overhearing other people's conversations. Yeah, so now I know where we're going. Is there a plant here, by the way? Do I have a map option? Nope, no map option. Got $50 though. Oh, look, it's an Atlas vending machine. Wonder if you guys have a copy of Persona 2 in here, maybe? If you can finally hook me up with a copy of Disgaea or something, I don't know. Like, what's the rarest game in the catalog? That's going to be a good question. This music's okay. This door's locked. Yeah, this door's locked. She's supposed to be right here, though. Yeah, it's her. That's Mary. Again, this isn't marked on the maps. How do you know where room 302 is? And just walk around, you'll eventually find it, I guess. I mean, I found it, so we did all right. Oh, yeah. She's been in hospital for a year due to a mental incident, I guess. Minor mental delusions. Does it involve apparitions appearing with fairies in your room or something? Well, you'll be seeing those later. You saw those at the beginning of the video, remember? Yeah. Remember, my character's name is T'Challa, so keep that in mind. Yeah, see, Mark knows when to visit people in the hospital. Yeah, she doesn't like doctors. Yeah, Seebeck was on our map, by the way. I think it was on the east side of town. Anyone who loves her job more than me is not my mother. Like, okay, so she doesn't have daddy issues, she has mommy issues. So, okay. You know, she'll be fine. Story's not done with her yet. Oh yeah, this is when stuff starts to go down. So the combat will start very shortly, just a fair warning. Apparently the entire layout of the hospital has changed, which is why at the beginning of the video I couldn't go down even though I was on the second floor, so the layout of the hospital has completely changed. Now it's even more of a dungeon than it was earlier. Yeah, weird sound effects in this game. Basically all the fairies sound like, what's her name? Sound like Mary. Well, that voice anyway. That female voice you just heard. So they're Walking Dead. He doesn't seem to understand the concept of zombies. It's like, okay, Mark. Oh yeah, Alfred's dead. Or at least they killed him. Well, here's our first fight. I'll keep quiet for the music. Oh, now I have to decide what to actually do with my experience points. It's a bit more complicated. You can increase your defense by increasing your vitality here. Press the circle button to cancel that. I don't know if that's meaningful. I don't even know what these... Again, it's a game that comes with manuals. I don't know what any of these stats mean. By the way, this doesn't do anything because you have to increase this yellow bar beyond the red bar so that you can actually increase your stat value like this. So you see how the 13 doesn't go up at all? But the luck does. Because we increased that bar beyond the red level. We've eliminated all the red bars. Or we eliminated all the red area in front of that bar. So that explains something, I guess. Now, what do I want to do at this point in the game? I don't know. It's not much of a boost. Is it? 'Cause I can't tell. Oh, tech increases both? That's interesting. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Honestly, I don't know what else to increase, so I'll just go that. Oh, I forgot to actually do that. Got to actually count it. No, I canceled it with the X button. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, am I pressing the wrong... Just a second. Which one am I choosing? I can't even tell. Okay, so... It's kind of hard to tell what I was actually choosing because it was yellow and orange. I couldn't tell the difference, I guess. Bizarre. So why is their HP going up? Mine isn't going up. Anyway. I really feel sorry for people who are playing this game for the first time and don't have a manual or an FAQ to play with. You know, they just go on the internet and learn how to play a game because the game won't tell you how to play it. Eh. Who's they? Oh, you mean the apparition things. No relation to the Bergman movie, I want to say. Well, I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you. All I remember is I'm you, you're me. Okay, yeah, how do we do this? This is the default formation. We could change it, I just don't know if it makes a difference at this point. Okay, so we'll leave marking them in the back. Nate's halfway. Nate's like a level behind them, apparently. Yeah, we can move him. Yeah, we can move him here if we want to. I don't know if it makes a difference, really. We'll see if it makes a difference. Okay, so we can't go anywhere here because the game's pinned us in. Nothing. We can't check out the map, can we? Nope. Completely worthless. Well, let's get out of here. I'll show you where the save point is, because you're gonna... Well, I already saved my game, but I'll show you where it is. I think we have to go up first. So you see over there to the north of me? Let me rotate here. Northeast of me? Or northwest of me? Dead end. So there's no reason to go that way, is there? No, well, let's go up and around. See, like, there's no way out. So we're gonna have to, we can't go down, so we're gonna have to go up. So if you've been following the map, there's no way down, so we have to go up instead. Let's see how we do. Whoop, ran into an enemy already. The encounter rate's reasonably high in here, so fair warning. So, let's see, analyze. Let's see. We should probably not spend too much time here until we get to the save point. Scratch. I guess status is good, but I don't know what scratch means. Is that the kind of damage it does? Fastball, scratch. Maybe those are the attacks it has. Weak against magic. Weak against magic. Haven't faced a goblin yet. So let's do escape. See if we can escape. Can't escape. So we'll take a few shots to the face right away. Oh, I did escape, okay. So it just has to bide its time before rolling the dice, I guess. Don't get me started. Let's just get to the save point, then we can start exploring. Because I don't know how to save my game, honestly, at this point. Here's the ICU where we just left. At least when we were with Mary. So basically, we changed floors. We were on the 3rd floor. We ended up dropping to the 2nd floor. Now we're stuck in this maze. I need to check and see where that tree is, because that tree is where I saved my game. No. Let's try out our luck. Yep, we escaped. So we're doing all right so far. I guess we'll get into some fights a bit later. I just want to see where that tree is, because I know it's around here somewhere. That's a dead end. I don't think it's supposed to be here, though. Nope, not here. But this is something new. For me, anyway. Too late. It's like that Darabont movie based on the Stephen King novel. Yeah, don't leave this room. Just saying. Can't wash my hands. Well, the big problem is I don't have a way to save my game. Not yet, anyway. Dead end behind me. Yeah, over there. Yeah, I think that's where the tree is. So we're gonna go north and west eventually. We have to circle back around. Give me a second. Come on, escape. Ah! Fine. Pathetic fools! There's no escape. I guess curing was important. And one of them ran away. The enemy behavior in this game is really random sometimes. And I'll see if I can cut off the auto battle. We'll see how it goes. So everyone except for Nate is attacking, and I don't know why. Nice. That was a sword attack from Yuki? Okay, that's cute. But I did think it was kind of interesting that this game has a bunch of mechanics where, like I said, where you don't have to fight. You might be able to talk to some of these other enemies to talk them out of... You can talk them into retreating, or I believe you can also recruit some of them, I forget. So in that sense, this game kind of has a bit of the whole Renowned Explorers bit, if you remember that PC game. Came out a few years ago, where it's like, yeah, you can fight sheep with emotions. Fight angry sheep with emotions, excuse me. Same principle. Notice we can't go here. I already came here, darn it. Should have checked my map. So we can't go that way, so we have to go up and around. So let's go up and around. Hopefully we won't get into another fight. So basically, you know how it is in those old RPGs. You take a wrong turn, you end up getting into another fight, like this. You take a wrong turn, you end up having to get into another fight. I don't know. Let's see if we can escape. I'm just escaping for now until I can get to my tree. And I can't escape. I'm not gonna die or anything, right? Got RNG in this game, I believe. Not just with the enemy behavior in terms of running away and staying in the fight, but, you know. Just do auto fight for now. Why is Nate defending? Yeah, it might just be completely random. He dropped a chair on me. Told you this game was weird. Let me see if I can cancel this auto. I'm pressing buttons. I don't know if I can cancel the auto. Okay, so I pressed a button. Oh, contact. Duh. Forgot to... angry. That one's angry. I can barely see this. Just a second. Grumpy, weak. I can barely see that. It might be... Yeah, it might be the... Shit. Happy, weak. But she's afraid. He's afraid. Let's see. Bribe, speech, sarcasm, dance, stare, provoke, tease. How do we scare? Guess we could yell at him. Yeah, so he was scared enough to run away. See? Fight angry sheep with emotions. And the moon's full. I don't know if that makes a difference. Let's see what we got. So again, we don't have to fight here. That one's angry. Is he angry enough to run away, though? Pixie's scared. Happy, weekend, scared. So I have a... Yeah, yell at her again. Who else? Yeah, she's not interested. I don't think she's interested enough to be recruited. Let's see, because that's one of T'Challa's options here. She's scared, so how do we scare her some more? Dance. Guess we could scold her. Yep, she ran away. See? Okay, contact. This guy's angry. So I'm curious how this works. I don't think he's interested enough to join us. I wonder if that changes what actions he performs in the fight. Let's just punch him in the face. Your persona, change persona. Why would you change persona? We don't have any persona. Okay, fine, whatever. Attack with swords. No enemies in range. Oh, okay, that's what that's about. Why can't he attack anybody? Gun's not equipped. Just have to defend. Okay, can she attack with a sword? Yeah, she has a long range, and she's a knife thrower, okay. So that's what's going on. But Nate is not. That's probably why Nate's constantly defending. So Yuki can attack from the back row with that knife she throws. That's okay. It's like one of them leveled up. How's our health, though? That's the other question. Circle. Mark's taking a few hits, taking a few shots to the face. So I'm curious how we heal ourselves. We're still on level 3, right? Darn it, it's Mary's room, right? It looks like Mary's room. So tell me where to go. Where's that stupid tree? Because he's up in his feelings now with Mary, huh? Yeah, nothing going on here. Where's that dumb tree? I don't remember what the tree is anymore. Maybe it's randomized, I don't know. Let's see if we can escape this one. The moon was full in the last fight, wasn't it? No escape. Fine. See if we can scare a few of these dudes off. Nah, can't really do anything with these guys yet. We can probably get them to do something else. Oh, these guys are weak against magic. Let me do a quick check. Yeah, weak against magic. No effect against guns. The guns won't work. So the zombies will be easy to take out, so we can whittle them down a bit. Yeah, Nate can't do anything. Does he need to be put in front, or he's taking too many hits? Maybe that's the problem. No, Mark's taking too many hits. That's the problem. Why is Yuki defending? She's in the back row. We gotta level up here for me. Let's hear it for me. Okay, guess I chose the wrong option there. It's okay. Check. Yeah, what's over here? This might be the tree, isn't it? Darn it. This is where I came from. I'm pretty sure this is where I came from. Well, it looks like it anyway. So basically we're gonna have to go... There's no way... Am I stuck in a loop? Yeah, this is... Well... Okay, good lord, it's ridiculous. So I guess I should have gone down. Let me see if I can figure something out here. Blitz attack, huh? That's right, we got them first. Let's see if we can leave. Yeah, we got the advantage. We should be able to leave. Again, how do I heal myself? This is driving me nuts. I'm gonna die here. Huh. Another way down. Weird. Yeah, another way down. Can't go that way, so I gotta go east. Can't go that way. Wait, what? I was going backwards. I don't know what's happening here. Well, maybe that was the problem. Am I not supposed to walk backwards because I might get attacked from behind? Is that what's going on? Because I don't think I can escape if I get attacked from behind. This is going to be interesting. Let's try this. I'm going to have to change formation. Yeah, I'm going to have to change formation. Yep, so I see what's going on. Let's see if this works. Yeah, put her further back just for kicks. Let's see how that works. Whoops, didn't count it, didn't count it. Sorry about that. A wasted turn moving people around. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that works. Let's save it anyway. Yes, we wasted a turn getting everyone back in formation. So I wonder if we're too close at this point. We'll see how it works. There might be like area of effect attacks. I don't know. Auto. So Nate can't attack, but everyone else can. But Nate's taking too many. No, who is it? Mark's taking too many hits. I don't know if you want. Yeah. If there's anything else I can do here. Well, there is voice in this game, just not a lot of it. See, it feels like a Super NES game, actually. Looks like one too, obviously. You already came this way. So we're going south. So am I going to get attacked from behind if I walk backwards? Is that what's going on here? Can't go that way. Up. No. Yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing eventually, right? The impression that this dungeon's been completely randomized in terms of the layout. Can't escape. Now, maybe do I have to analyze these creatures before I can determine if I can escape? Jeez, Mark's gonna die here. It's ridiculous. Just let me check on something before I start doing anything weird. Let's check out the zombie first. Strong against magic. Weak against magic. We don't know about the imp, so we'll see what's going on. Nah, not interested yet. Let's punch them in the face and see if they get interested. I don't think they're gonna join us if they start punching them in the face, though. Can't attack either of those guys. Can't attack the zombie on the left. That's weird. Am I too far away? Holy. On one of them. Oh, so persona is his magic attack. We can't change personas anyway, so whatever. We don't have a gun. Oh, so based on his positioning, he can't attack a dude on the right. So if you're dead center, you can attack everybody, apparently. That's bizarre. And Yuki can only attack people in the middle. So maybe she needs to be further back. We can't change formation, though, so we'll get to that. We'll change formation after the fight, I guess. Wow. Took out one punch. Yeah, he's going down. So let's see if I can go back to my default formation. How about that? Sounds like a good idea. I guess formation does matter in this game. Okay, this is not cool. Yeah, he's happy though. Does joy mean they're more likely to join us, or does interest mean they're more likely to join us if we recruit them? Yeah, we got problems. Mark over there is taking a bunch of shots to the face, and so did Nate. So I don't even know where we're going to heal. This makes things a lot more interesting if we can't heal. We don't have any items we can use, do we? We're going to have to buy some of this crap. It's ridiculous. We got a mop. Oh, I think if we level up, we get our HP back if we level up. Of course, Nate can't actually fight anybody. Can we equip him with something? This is ridiculous. Yeah, can we equip him with something? I don't think she has to be that far back. Let's try something else. And who's the strongest fighter at this? Whoops. Wrong button. You gotta remember that circle's to cancel crap. We don't want to cancel everything here. Let's move her back a bit. We will save that. So that's a cluster. This one's probably a bit more useful. Okay. Tried a few more things here. So I don't have anything else to heal with. Status. So Mark basically here is the strongest weapon, but no one has a gun. Shouldn't someone have a map or something? Shouldn't someone have a, yeah, some of these guys has a, how do I equip this? Let me go to item, maybe item equips. There you go. So Nate's gonna need something. Scalpel. How about we just give him the scalpel instead of the mop? No guns. And one last check. Don't press the circle button. Press the triangle button instead. You have to buy bullets for that thing. Nothing else we can wear. What's max? Yeah, that's also all the max we can do. Can't switch characters like that, huh? He has a razor. So the razor's throwable, right? Could give her a mop. 2. So the mop is stronger than the razor. Whoops. Let me check on something. What does that 2 mean? Because one said all and the other said 2. I don't know what that means. Can do code breaker 1 time. Oh, wrong. Again, wrong button. You have to press triangle, not circle. So she can use the mop. I want to say that's not a weapon you can throw at people. Press left or right. Oh, wait. Is he supposed to be carrying nothing? Oh, okay. Mark has the dual axe, so there's that. Oh, that might be what's going on. Okay. I don't think anyone else can carry anything else. So who has the razor? Yeah, let's give Yuki the razor. Yes, she can carry the razor. Just a second. Oh, so T'Challa can't carry that razor, but Yuki can. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Okay. Okay, so now everyone's carrying something. That's good. And Yuki can hit from the back, so that's good too. Alright, so we're fine. So everyone's got a weapon now. The problem is that, again, I don't know where to save. Let's go up and around then. Might be here. Come on, tree. Darn it. This thing must have been completely randomized. Darn it, now he can heal me. See, I wish I had known that earlier because I wasted that herb. Yeah, see, well, at least now we know we can level up here, so I guess that's good. What if we got all of our HP back? If we got all of our HP, do we get all of our spirit points back too? So I guess we can grind up here a bit. I feel better, but I guess I was kind of hoping there'd be a safe spot here. Because I'll tell you what. Where's my ground zero save? Yeah, we'll do that. You'll delete that nonsense at the beginning of this video. Okay. So we have this. We have our tree save. Okay, so that's the healing area. Yeah, this dungeon must be completely randomized. If we get into another fight, I'm going to have to stop the video. We'll see how it goes from the first floor. Up around. I don't know if this is the way out or what, but we're on floor 1. Yes, this is it. Oh, her. Well, let's lend a hand. Why not? Oh. Guess I paid for my charity. Hey, what's up? Yeah, she was in the prologue, by the way. Hope you brought a weapon and a persona. Yeah, here it comes. They completely messed up my formation. Yeah, well, story important. Supposed to be part of the Kendo Club. Where did Mark get that big ol' axe, by the way? Shouldn't ask too many questions, I guess. Well, disperse those points. I'll take that. So everyone else gets more HP, though. I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. Doing alright, all things considered. We started at level 5, if I'm not... Yeah, we start the game at level 5, for crying out loud. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to who your persona was, by the way. She has a very high opinion of herself. Yeah, sorry, pretty soldier. We're all soldiers, too. Yo, I'm pretty sure I'm not dreaming of butterflies after playing this game. Let's go all the way back to the other side of town. Good lord. Okay, let's stop by the shrine first. I didn't see a single tree. So now I'm worried. I'll reload my game save at some point. We'll keep this game save. Why not? It'll be fine. I hope. Where's the freaking tree? Ah. We'll see. Let me take a look at the dungeon, see what's going on. Well, couldn't save what's her name. We got karma points for trying to save her, and of course the enemies attacked us, so there's always that. So that's the exit. This dungeon's completely... No, there it is, right there, okay. So now we know. So we can head over there, and I guess we can grind up over here if we have to, but in the meantime, let's just bail. Nah. Okay, so I'll make a resume point here. Wrong. Ah, I keep forgetting that. I keep forgetting that. Sorry, I keep pressing the wrong button. Up means up and to the left. Down means down and to the right. Obviously, right? Isometric BS. Okay, the exit's over here. Okay. So I'll show you the load spot that I made as I finish up this video. We've been going all over the place, obviously, but I knew there was going to be a lot of downtime, so I apologize for that. But I knew going in it was going to be a bunch of nonsense I couldn't skip, so. I want to at least start with a little bit of combat. Or, in this case, a bug. God, this game looks like it was held together with duct tape and wire, but it ends up being a halfway decent game in terms of mechanics. At least I think it is. Revelations. I can't read what that says, but it's Persona. I cannot read what it says here there under the and the line under Revelation. I have no idea what that says. Anywho. That's the save spot I made inside the hospital with the tree, so I'll just show you that. Because I want to say that dungeon was completely random in terms of the layout. Which makes things slightly more interesting. So here's the tree where we saved our game. Like I said, this game is weird. That's the second floor. Huh. Somehow I don't think that explained anything. Third floor. That's the ICU. I think we completely missed something. That was where, remember, we already saw the ICU in the last video. So I wonder if I just completely missed a turn. Yeah, Nate can't do anything yet. It's just auto for now. We'll move Nate up in a second. Like I said, we're just going to finish up this video by seeing if the layout changed. I'm pretty sure it feels like it did. Or maybe just parts of it. I mean, I don't think it would make sense to not have a tree in this hospital. Just not be able to save your game would suck. Maybe they should have had a tree in the ICU where Mary was. I don't know, just saying. That would have been nice. Double knife. Let's get Nate up in the front. He has a weapon now, doesn't he? We're not saving this game. We're not saving this part of the game. I think Mark and Yuki are the only people who have weapons at this point in the game. I'll double check. So we'll just burn past this part. Whoop, didn't mean to take that. That's okay, we're not saving it anyway. Let's get Nate involved here. Did Nate get experience points for just defending? Like defending a hit, like taking a hit to the face? Is that what happened there? Whoops, wrong button. So we can use a scalpel or a mop. Nate. Use a scalpel or a mop. So let's give him a scalpel. Okay, so we got something to fight with. Triangle. Triangle. Let's triangle. Let's go into formation. Yeah, we're not going to save this. Let's just put him in the front. I don't even know why I was in the back anyway. Whoops. Again with the circle button, canceling everything I wanted to do. Why is Yuki in the back like... Yeah, why? That's a weird formation for her. I wonder if you can hit... I wonder if you end up accidentally hitting your allies. That might suck. We're not going to save this, so whatever. Now let's back out. But Nate's going to take a few more shots to the face. I think that's pretty obvious. We're going down, aren't we? Yeah, we're going down. Okay, we're going down. Yep, Mary's place. So this might have been the same hospital. This might have been the same layout of the dungeon. I was just wondering where the tree was. Darn it. Darn it! Ah. Interrupted me again. Okay, so I think we're done with this. We'll come back to this game a bit. I have to grind up a bit. We'll see how it goes.